Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Hey, we're coming to your blog post. We want to share with you, of course, the latest in social media and technology. Give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. Be sure to follow us on the ChrisVossShow.com, where we get all the major phones from all the major phone companies. You want to see us doing all the versus comparisons and reviewing the newest, latest, and greatest as it comes out. Be sure to subscribe. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're reviewing the versus comparison of the cameras. Cameras only. You can see the full benchmarks and full comparisons we'll be doing on another post. These are the AT&T Motorola Moto X new phone that's come out versus the HTC One from AT&T. So thanks to AT&T.com for sharing both these phones with us today so that we could bring these wonderful reviews to you. So we're just going to be comparing the camera on this post. Let's get into it and see what we think. Okay, so we've gone ahead and kind of darkened the area so that you can see the images a little bit better and you're not blasted out by the bright lights we use for camera work. So we have the Moto X on the left, we have the HTC One on the right. Now the Moto X runs on a 10 megapixel camera and it has video at 1080p at 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second gives you some beautiful, beautiful video. On the HTC One, we have 4 megapixel camera, but we have something they call in their marketing department ultra pixels, which means the pixels are less, but they're supposed to be bigger. I'll let you decide which one you think is best. And it runs on video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now, I really do like the video that records on the Moto X, but let's take a look at a few different features. Now, what they did is they didn't give you a lot of buttons to work with on the Moto X. What they took and did is they made it so that you have several swiping techniques. Now, you can swipe up and down for your shot, and you can take and see the zoom. Depending upon how you monitor the screen, you can touch anywhere for your focus point to be able to take a shot, etc., etc. Now you can swipe in from left to right. This works in both portrait mode and landscape. And you can see here you can do several adjustments, slow-mo, etc., etc., with your phone. There's also a feature with this phone where if you corkscrew your hand just right, you can activate the camera without having to take and hit any buttons, etc., etc. You can also take and swipe from right to left to be able to pull open your portfolio or your gallery of shots. As you can see here, we've taken quite a few of these shots. Now, other than that, you have pretty much just your buttons here. You have a button for your video, and you have one that flips around the front-facing screen if you want to take and do that. And of course, you have the different menu buttons that you have over here. On the HTC One, you've got several different things you can see here. Now, they have something called Zoe, and Zoe is a special feature that basically takes your photos and videos. It can make different combinations of them and compilations. I really think it's this feature that's not really that big of a deal. I never use it. Never really been all that excited about it, really, when it comes down to it. Now, with the camera here, you can see that we can do several different things. We can set up several different themes. We can set up video quality, crop, image ISO, all this stuff, white balance, normally that you could always do on a Android product. You've got your zoom in, zoom out there. You've got your camera to activate your camera. You've got your video thing. You also have a thing where you can go in and set up different scenes or pre-scenes, if you will, so that they can show through the camera before you do them, basically effects. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the photos that we took on both these devices and go through them. And you can see here that we've got some pretty good colors and ranges that come out of both these. Now you do a Beats audio on the HTC One. Both have really good picture quality and do an awesome job. I notice the colors and blues tend to pop a little bit more in the HTC One. I'm not sure if it's been adjusted or not, but I think the colors are more accurate with the Moto X in that we have there. But the colors do look rich on both these, so it's really up to you to decide which one works best. I mean, this does have 60 frames per second, so it's going to capture a lot more detail, and it does seem to be a lot closer to the colors of area. Now, these weren't taken at the same time. They were taken at different times during the day, actually on different days, so that may be some effect that you see there. What we're basically looking for here is just the quality of the photo and being able to take good photos and being able to get good colors. So that's what we're really comparing here. You can see some more shots that we took here. here. I really like the colors and the photos that were taken with the Moto X. They take really good photos. I've never really honestly been impressed with the photos on the HTC One, but it's really up to you and what you want to do. I just really don't buy the 4 megapixel thing. Just really don't buy it. Now in this picture, it does look a little bit better over on the HTC One. It's really up to you to decide which one works best for you. You can see here some different colors, lights, and shots that we took. The Moto X does take some really good close-up pictures that we're very impressed with. Almost a macro shot that we took with this cactus here. And so they take really good pictures. You can see here this is an outdoor shot that we did on this box. Let's see, here's an indoor colorization shot. It does get good pictures. You can see the lines here on the box where you can't really see the distinction there. There is some different lighting that was set up in both these shots, but I'm just going to give you an idea of how they present themselves on the screen and let you decide which one's better. Now, one big factor is the lamp flash on the Moto X is extremely good. The lamp flash on the HTC One is adequate. Let's go ahead and take a look at some video between these two in a darkened environment. And of course, we want to see how they do. They both do extremely well. As you can see here, it's very rich on the lamp on the video for the HTC One. And the Moto X does really good too. Very impressed with both lamp flashes, both phones. I have seen on some of the photos that we did take with the HTC One, sometimes it struggled to not only light up the area, but also take in focus in a timely manner. So we had some bad photos that we struggled with to get taken properly with the HTC One. So I probably would say the Moto X is just a little bit better in this case. And given it's a 10 megapixel, I'd really rather have the camera on the Moto X if I was to choose between the two. But that's my opinion. It's really up to you what you want to take and decide. And I'll let you decide yourself of your own opinion. How about that? Okay, so all in all, I like both these phones. They definitely have pretty good strengths in and of themselves. It's really up to you to decide which one is best for you. And of course, there's some other aspects. You can probably look at our full review that we take and do, or full comparison review that we do on these. Be sure to search for them on our YouTube channel and the Chris Voss Show. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks to AT&T for sharing these phones with us. Be sure to go to their website. Tell them Chris Voss saying it. Thanks for coming by. Be sure to check back in often.